in our state specifically, we have over 7,700 kids right now in care, with only 2,700 homes meeting that need. The problem is, even though all these agencies, like KVC, everybody recruits as hard as they can, we lose about 50% of those every single year. Everybody has different stats, but statistically we know that it's 50% of those families who are recruited, begin to foster, we lose them after the very first year. And so this ongoing, turning of people who have felt called to this ministry of foster care, but then they fall out. When they're supported, the need that we meet is that a supported family that's working with Fostering Joy, the retention is astronomical. Like, we keep over 90% of the families past the first year. And the reason is because they have a faith community there to support them, to supply them with needs, physical, emotional needs. And also we find that when that takes place, they're up to 90 to 95% retention. And that's not just in Kansas, but that's in other states as well. So that's the biggest need it meets, is helping the foster families continue to do what they feel called to do.
I think by helping the foster families, you're helping the foster child. So if we can extend the time of foster families and support them well, then they have greater ability to pour all of that into the foster child. And so that gives them stability and permanency, and they can help them meet their needs better. So with Fostering Joy, we try to do that and wrap around the support for the foster family so they can give that back to the foster child.
It's the actual support and the care of one family specifically. By doing this, that family has hope. And sometimes when you do enter into foster care, like I'm going to serve a family or serve a child, that family finds themselves in isolation. They're doing something more difficult and other families don't understand, and then they find themselves on their own. And I believe that when you begin to partner with churches and give them a faith community that can support them and love them, all of a sudden they're not in isolation. They're not the one that has a family that has a little bit more difficult kids sometimes. And you have more of a church that's more accepting and understanding of that. The incredible benefit is, on the recruiting side, is that when you begin to have families that say, I want to support the foster family, and they'll come into a situation where they'll serve a foster family for a year in a care community. Well, as they serve in a care community, we find out that about a year down the road, some of those families go, hey, we could do this too. And so when they commit to then go get trained, you'll see that they're informed of the foster care system. They understand what they're getting into, and so the longevity of that next family is longer, and they understand what they're getting into, and they also know they're going to be supported because they were supporting another family. And so it kind of continues that process of support and care and purpose. Even in the churches, we have a lot of the care communities we have now. The actual care communities might be older, like they're more grandma, grandpa age, and they're finally getting a chance to go, oh, this is what we love to do. How can I love on these kids? And they'll take them fishing or whatever. It gives purpose to even those who feel like maybe they don't want to open a home anymore. Maybe they're not doing that, but they can still support a family and care and love for them. So it gives more people an opportunity to have a participation in the foster care community.
I think that's one of the distinctions about Fostering Joy, is all of us are standing there saying, okay, you've got to get involved, everybody can do something. But with this, it's a specific way that you can come alongside all the different child placing agencies, all the different organizations, and it gives everyone a role. Not just, oh, everyone can do something, but it's, here's the defined role for the foster family, here's the defined role for a mentor family, a respite family, a resource family, the person that's going to bring meals. And instead of just saying, oh, go help foster families, it gives you a defined way to do it. You're trained in how to do it, and then it gives the whole team a really clear picture of how you work together. And it gives a system so that it's not just this unknown of what am I getting into, but it's a way to get everyone involved at a different level beyond just standing up and saying, oh, everyone can do something. It gives you a way to jump in and dive in and know what you can do and succeed at it. One of my favorite stories is a single mom, foster mom, and she had 5 kids, and they were all under the age of 6. And people think, well, why did you do that? That's crazy. But it was kids that had gone home and come back, and she wanted to give them that stability of, no, come back to my house, something they knew, really traumatized kids. So she was doing a great job as a single mom, amazing, but she just needed extra help. And as we were talking to her, it wasn't even just bring me a meal, it was, I just wish there was someone else that could pour into these kids, that could show them they're important, they're valued, they're loved, And so she was given a care community, and what they did at this church, their whole small group just sort of adopted her and did the training to become a care community. And so for this single mom now, she has sort of like the grandparent mentor family. She's got some other families that want to be more on a relational level, so they can come in and help the kids with their schoolwork. Other people will come in and help, crafting. Other people come in on a rotation. They help her with her yard work, or transporting the kids to and from therapy, or visits with parents or siblings, so that it's not a stranger transport driver. But it's all these people that the children should have in their life of support. You would normally have your extended family, other mentors that you might have from being on a sports team, and instead this small group came in. And so now those 5 kids are thriving, and they have other people who are telling them, you're great, you're worth it, you can do this, we love you, we're proud of you, in addition to that single mom, so that she can do a great job of being a foster mom and not having to worry about her yard, meals after visit days, getting to and from therapy, and just someone else to come in, which her greatest wish was, I wish there was someone else who could just pour love into these kids, and now they're doing it, and they're all doing really well. And the other great thing is, these people who knew we're not in our place in life where we could be foster parents ourselves, but they always wanted to help somehow. And it's really hard to find that connection. And so now they have purpose and value in their life, this group of people, because they can do what they feel called to do, and their different roles and their different talents. So they're all benefiting and doing great, and it's one of my favorite stories.